Welcome to Strategies for the Inclusive Classroom, Section 5, Part 2, In My Mind. Students with executive functioning challenges experience repeated failures with attention and organization issues. Students with ADD, ADHD also experience repeated failures with a school environment that seems contrary to their natural way of existing. Let's take a moment to reflect and internalize what's going on in your mind. Please turn to page 177 in My Mind. Respond to at least 4 of the prompts on this page based on the executive functioning and ADD, ADHD presentations. Take turns sharing your responses to 2 of your prompts. Remember, executive functioning skills are important for all students in your classroom. However, some of our exceptional learners will struggle with these skills more than most. With increasing frequency, we find research supporting the link between executive functioning skills and ADD, ADHD. It is important when planning lessons to develop and foster executive functioning skills in all of our students. These skills are basic life skills and help students operate as successful learners. Please respond to the prompts in the discussion area, Canvas, Modules, Section 5, Part 2, In My Mind. Understanding the symptoms and signs of students with behavior, attention, and organization challenges helps us accomplish our learning targets. I can identify the signs and symptoms of students with executive functioning challenges and select strategies to enhance learning. Identify the signs and symptoms of students with attention deficit and hyperactivity disorders and select strategies to enhance learning. One of the major executive functioning challenges which can also be present in students with ADD, ADHD, or ASD is in the area of focus and attention. Many of these students feel that the world is moving too quickly for them. They need to focus intensely on a task in order to complete it, but in the ever-changing classroom environment, they are expected to transition back and forth to new activities before they are ready. Please turn to page 178, Strategies for Focus and Attention. Now that you have learned the signs and symptoms of students with executive functioning challenges and attention deficit and hyperactivity disorders, we turn our attention to strategies you can use to enhance learning. As we examine strategies for focus and attention, we are addressing the inclusion component you see in the margin, a universal design for learning. Inclusion is a curriculum of universal design that utilizes best practices and multiple pathways for learning. The strategies you will examine represent best practices that provide multiple pathways for learning for students with behavior, attention, and organization challenges. They include strategies you can design into the curriculum to meet the general needs of these exceptional learners. These strategies can also be used as part of any specific plan for intervention. Next, you will experience an activity that requires focus and attention, and then we will discuss the strategies you can use to support learners. Please turn to Canvas, Modules, Section 5, Part 2, Shifting Attention for the revised activity directions. If you have someone at home who is willing to help you complete this activity, please ask the person. Please turn your attention to the heading on page 178, Shifting Attention, where you will see the directions for this activity. You and your partner will be split between the students and the observers. The students will be working on a series of puzzles and will follow the directions I will give in a moment. The observers will notice the body language, facial expressions, concentration, and emotions of the students as they work. You will use the space on this page to record your observations. We will now begin our shifting attention activity. Students, please turn to Appendix page 15 and work on the Sudoku puzzle on this page. The numbers 1 through 9 appear only once in each row, column, and box. You have 40 seconds. Please stop what you are working on and turn to Appendix page 16, Butterfly Word Search. The words you are to find are listed below the butterfly. The words can go up and down or across, either forward or backward. None of them are diagonal. You have 30 seconds. Please stop what you are working on and turn back to Appendix page 15, Sudoku, and resume working on this puzzle. You have 20 seconds. Please stop what you are working on and turn to Appendix page 17, Earth Day Crossword. Read the across and down clues and fill in the words from the word list. You have 60 seconds. Please stop what you are working on and turn back to Appendix page 16, Butterfly Word Search, and see if you can finish this puzzle before I stop you. You have 30 seconds. Stop. Now, please turn your attention to the debriefing questions on the bottom of page 178, Shifting Attention. Discuss your responses to the prompt that corresponds to your role in this activity. Please pause the recording while you answer the prompts. Students, what were your feelings and emotions as you worked? How did it feel to have to constantly shift your attention? Did you get extremely frustrated because you wanted to focus on one thing until you finished it? Did you mind switching when you were doing something you did not like? When you were working on something you liked, did you want to switch? Did you feel rushed, confused, and anxious? Did it make you want to just throw up your arms and give up? Observers, what did you notice about the students as they worked? Were some getting very frustrated and started making comments under their breath? Did some find it funny? Did they start goofing off and laughing rather than working? Did some just ignore the observer and keep working on what they wanted to work on? Teachers don't change activities every 30 to 60 seconds like we just did, but it may seem that way to students with focus and attention challenges. Please turn to page 179, Strategies for Shifting Attention. Notice the strategies for shifting attention shown on this page. Post a timeline of your agenda or schedule for the day. Post your learning target and cover one learning target at a time. Cue students for upcoming transitions by stating what is about to occur. Brainstorm additional strategies to better include students with attention and focus challenges. Take a moment to think about those. What strategies did you list for shifting attention? Could you have a signal that indicates transitions are about to occur? Could you appoint a buddy to supervise transitions of a partner? Could you give 2, 5, or 10-minute warnings that work is about to close? Could you facilitate the shift in attention by changing locations to areas specific to the task? Could you sing a song that facilitates the transition and tells what to do? Remember, it is important to remember how some of our students struggle with shifting attention and flipping back and forth between activities. Some feel like we shift their attention too often. The teacher can manage this best by being proactive with strategies that minimize chaos and make transitions more structured. These strategies help us accomplish our learning targets. I can identify the signs and symptoms of students with executive functioning challenges and select strategies to enhance learning. Identify the signs and symptoms of students with attention deficit and hyperactivity disorders and select strategies to enhance learning. This concludes In My Mind. Please continue to Module Section 5, Part 2, Behavior, Attention, and Organization, Divided Attention.